let me tell y'all this, man. And this is the oldest trick in the book that the WWE has been doing for the past decade and a half. You had a great showing routine. And they usually do that shit with black talent. What do you mean by that, King? What are you going with this, King? Notice this is a pattern where they do a black talent. When it comes to black talent, they always give you high regard. Because we gonna show out. Because that's what we're doing. It's genetically, it's just in our genetics. We're gonna outshine. And what brings me to this topic is what they doing with Javon Evans. You know, big shout out to that brother, man, 'cause you know he stays out in the city. So it was great to see him get a look. Even though he took the L, which was expected to take the L. But see, this is what the company is going to do. They're going to gas him up and believe, oh, he had a great showing. He got great things coming. That's some bullshit that they usually run on black talent. They said the same thing to many talent before us. They said it to Ahmed Johnson. Now, granted, I will give him that. Ahmed Johnson also got hurt a lot. They did it to Ron Simmons. They did it to Shelton Benjamin. Because think about it. Shelton Benjamin was showing out. He had a 5-star match with Shawn Michaels on Raw. Pinned Triple H 3 times. Stole the show and Money in the Bank. Where did he go from there? Nowhere. What else? You had Kofi Kingston. Kofi Kingston showed out. Kofi Kingston showed out against Randy Orton. Stole the show for Monday Night Raw. What happened to him? MVP had a great showing with Chris Benoit. Had a great series of matches with Chris Benoit. Supposed to have elevated him. Where did it go? I could keep on going. Melo had a great showing with Cody Rhodes. Where did he end up going? He just now hitting his stride. And even then, they still couldn't let him get a pin. He had to get it by a count. I will take the W either way, but still. Why he couldn't take the pin? Because, let's be real. Gunther don't really need this shit. He don't really need to win against John Cena for the most part. He don't even need to be John Cena's last opponent. Gunther is already a made individual. Gunther is already a former champion. Gunther has a king in the ring. Gunther has headlined WrestleMania. Gunther has already had stellar matches. He doesn't really need, he already a made guy. So why does he need to be the one? And he retired Bill Goldberg. So again, why does he need to be the guy that end John Cena's career? He doesn't really need it. This needs to be a look for up and coming talent. A guy like Melo can use that rub. A guy like Javon Davis can use that rub. Obafemi, Trent Williams. There's so many people that can use that rub, pulse, that can get them elevated to another level. Why is it that they're trying to keep the black talent in purgatory? They either keep him in mid-card or they keep him in purgatory. Oh, forgot about this. Montez Ford had a great showing in Elimination Chamber 2023. Stuck in tag team hell. The list goes on. The list goes on. The New Day had one of the best heel turns I've ever seen. Millions in views. Broke records. Legitimate heel heat. What happened? See? You see the pattern. They gas you up and they take it away. So, Everybody getting all hyped, talking about, see, Triple H doesn't see race. They gave Javon Evans a chance to show out at Madison Square Garden. Bullshit. Of course he's going to show out. He's one of the best pure athletes out there. And we're not saying to give him the title automatically. Well, nobody's saying that. That's a jump to a conclusion that people want to say to justify it. Nobody say give him the world title automatically. But what we're saying is they should be booked better. They should be getting legit W's. The same way you got your dude Dragunov getting all the W's. The motherfucker's damn near 5'7", and he act like he could just beat the shit out of everybody. So we just want better booking for black talent. That's all we asking for. To get elevated. If the fans is rocking with it, if they selling merchandise, if they, like Trick Williams, he's everything that they look for in a star. Check all the boxes. He should be getting called up by now. But they keeping him in NXT and TNA for some weird reason. He doesn't need to be there anymore. He's ready to be elevated. The perfect time would be to bring him out last night. But it's different with black talent, y'all. That's the game that they be trying to pull. Now, I'm expected to see Melo take the L. It's just what it is. Now, it would shock the hell out of me if they let him win. Shoot, it would shock the hell out of me, but we know how that run. But I just did this video to give y'all some insight on how this shit really move. Don't get all hyped up and excited, because that's what they always do. They give niggas a rub. Pause. Hype you up and thinking, oh man, this guy you have all the tools, you have all the talent, that imaginary brass ring speech. And then it don't lead to nothing. But that you see mediocre talent get propped over and get belts. The Street Profits should be cleaning up the tag team division. The New Day should be cleaning up the tag team division. And they should be heads up on Survivor Series this year. But instead, you got the Wyatt Six. They there. And you got Judgment Day. Not Judgment Day, but AJ and Dragon Lee. But they should be having matchups with the Street Profits and the New Day, since they get the most reactions. But that's my take on it, man. So let me know what you guys think, man. Subscribe, hit the like button. Peace.